Hi, this is Krista Schrader. The third digital tool that I have found is regarding or addresses communication. So this video would be to teachers potentially if they're looking for something new, but more so for parents. So we have all used many different communication tools in classrooms. As a parent, ClassDojo has been used. My daughter had something different in the 4th grade. I can't remember what it was called. Remind is another option. Slack is a tool for communication for groups. And I found a new one called ClassTag that I'll tell you about. So I believe that it supports the standards of 4D, establishing partnerships to meet a vision. So you have to have the parents' involvement and communication with the parents, delivery of what's going on in the classroom, delivery of how their students are doing. So this tool would help in that, and it manages things, and it also protects privacy. So this is a safe place for communication, either just the student and the parents or to the classmates as well, to the students in the class. So one of the things that ClassDojo has kind of not impressed me with is that parents can see the points and things, but I don't find that when I've been a parent on the receiving end of it, that the points were actually awarded or used. It seemed like it was kind of forgotten. In the kindergarten classroom, it was kind of like almost a threat of, hey, I'm giving out dojo points, does anybody want them? And they would hear the ding, but really I don't know how useful that part of it was, and so I know that's a bonus to ClassDojo, but I didn't see it necessary, and so this tool is one where you can communicate with parents, and it's basically like sending out a newsletter, but digitally where there's interaction. So rather than opening up a newsletter, which is what I've done for my son through the year, which has been awesome, his teacher created a great newsletter, this is very interactive. And it for the teacher, when you're setting it up, it goes through, you have a practice classroom here, so this is a teacher demo, and parents can also log in and do a parent demo so that they can understand how this is going to look and be used from their perspective. But if we go back up to the teacher demo, you would set up each of your, let's go to the directory. So you would set up your classroom in here. I'm the teacher, and then like Bear Hug is an example of the student, and then she has 2 contacts, or they're called guardians in this app. And then like Kenny Koala doesn't have one yet, so we could go in and we could add a guardian for him with the email address. One thing that this app really pushed was that you can set what language it needs to be sent in. In my school, that's not particularly helpful because we don't have, I don't think, any ESL students or ELL students. Let's see, and then you can come to library to look at what you've already put in here. Another cool feature, what you've already put in, into ClassTag. Another cool feature is you can go to backpacks. Every student will have a backpack, and it's basically where you can then keep their individual things. So if I took a picture of Bear Hug, his artwork or something, I could upload it here and keep it in his backpack. So that would be easier for me to locate and sort of tuck away for each student. It talked about how you can set up, when you go into activities, this is what it looks like. These are all of the activities that have been set up so far. And this was the one I created. It was a need that I needed school supplies. I should have changed this and had more information here, but I was just kind of testing it out. I typed in Elmer's glue, and I needed one person to fulfill it. And then I practiced going in and fulfilling that it was completed. And so that's a to-do request by me that I needed this school supply, and I titled it School Supplies. It did talk about that you can upload pictures. This talks about sharing the funds that you need, or etc. But what I found was you could use it like I had done when you need to request school supplies and such. And then you can do a weekly, it keeps track, which was kind of a little creepy actually to me, of like Chicken Little, his family, 80% of the announcements are read. So it's kind of how they respond. It sort of helps you to see at a glance what families are very engaged and which ones aren't, but I don't know, borderline creepy to me, sort of. And then the weekly summary, you can set this to send out once a week. It'll automatically send out anything that's in the activities yet to come, but you can also put a personal message like, this week I want to share this is what we did, and set a time and a day of when it'll send out. So anyway, if you're looking for a new communication tool, this would be an interesting and fairly easy one to try.